And howdy, everyone. Happy Sabbath. Howdy, Landon.
Good morning.
Howdy, Lynn. That's all I can see. We'll see. Maybe other people pop in. There we go. What does it say? Audio is off. Okay.
I hear you fine.
Good. That's excellent. Because I didn't have chili last night. So, welcome everybody to Word Review number 63. Today we are continuing on in the book of Numbers with chapters 9 and 10. That's pretty much all I got. Do remember that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior if you seek him out. And that's pretty much the gist of everything. Right? Repent from sin. Get to it. Get it done. Get her done. All right. Anyways, you have a good week?
It was long, but yeah, good weekend.
Good week. Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to have the weekend. It's very, very interesting. Hey, if you want to read along with us, you can go to BibleHub.com. They got a lot of study tools there. eSword.net, they got some study tools. BlueLetterBible.org. All of those have multiple translations. You can go to KingJamesBibleOnline.org and use the regular KJV or the 1611 because they changed it. Imagine that. If you want to listen to audio Bibles whenever you can go to BibleStudyTools.com/audio-Bible/ and choose which one you want to listen to. Multiple translations there. Okay. All right, let's pray in, shall we? Heavenly Father, thank you very much for getting us to this day where we can finally sit down and fellowship with each other and have a good day of rest and relaxation with you. We're very grateful for that. We ask your blessing on everybody that's here now and in the future, and ask you to pour out your spirit upon us and them so that we get the message that you need us to get. And we just want to thank you very much for leaving us this letter that you have written to all of us. We're very grateful, and especially grateful to have this family of brothers and sisters that we can study with and hang out with and just communicate with, hang out. Very awesome. Thank you very much. Bless you, Father. In Jesus Yeshua's name, amen. All righty. Let's adjust some stuff here. Get rid of that. Remind me to turn that back on.
Oh, yeah.
That and
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's not echoing ooh-ee, ooh-ah, we're good. All right. The book of Numbers.
Numbers 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the first month of the second year, after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month, at even, ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof, shall ye keep it. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month, at even, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, We are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of the Lord in his appointed season among the children of Israel? And Moses said unto them, Stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the 2nd month at even they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover they shall keep it. But the man that is clean, and is not in a journey, and forbeareth to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of the Lord in his appointed season. That man shall bear his sin. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto the Lord, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony. And at even there was upon the tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire until the morning. So it was always. The cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. And when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, then after that the children of Israel journeyed. In the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. At the commandment of the Lord the children of Israel journeyed, and at the commandment of the Lord they pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. And when the cloud tarried long upon the tabernacle many days, then the children of Israel kept the charge of the Lord, and journeyed not. And so it was, when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacle, according to the commandment of the Lord, they abode in their tents, and according to the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. And so it was, when the cloud abode from even unto the morning, and that the cloud was taken up in the morning, then they journeyed. Whether it was by day or by night that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Or whether it were 2 days, or a month, or a year, that the cloud tarried upon the tabernacle, remaining thereon, the children of Israel abode in their tents, and journeyed not. But when it was taken up, they journeyed. At the commandment of the Lord they rested in the tents, and at the commandment of the Lord they journeyed. They kept the charge of the Lord, at the commandment of the Lord, by the hand of Moses. Numbers 10. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow but with 1 trumpet, then the princes, which are heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. When ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward. When ye blow an alarm the 2nd time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aaron the priests shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass on the 20th day of the 2nd month, in the 2nd year, that the cloud was taken up from off the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel took their journeys out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. And they first took their journey according to the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. In the first place went the standard of the camp of the children of Judah according to their armies, and over his host was Nahshon the son of Amminadab. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nethaniel the son of Zuar. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab the son of Helon. And the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari set forward, bearing the tabernacle. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set forward according to their armies. And over his host was Elizur the son of Shadur. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shelumiel the son of Zerushadai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph the son of Duel. And the Kohathites set forward, bearing the sanctuary, and the other did set up the tabernacle against they came. And the standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set forward according to their armies, and over his host was Elishama the son of Ammihud. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel the son of Pedazur. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan the son of Gideoni. And the standard of the camp of the children of Dan set forward, which was the rearward of all the camps throughout their hosts. And over his host was Ahiezer the son of Ammishaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel the son of Ochran. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira the son of Enan. Thus were the journeyings of the children of Israel according to their armies, when they set forward. And Moses said unto Hobab the son of Raguel the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, We are journeying unto the place of which the Lord said, I will give it you. Come thou with us, and we will do thee good. For the Lord hath spoken good concerning Israel. And he said unto him, I will not go, but I will depart to mine own land and to my kindred. And he said, Leave us not, I pray thee, for as much as thou knowest how we are to encamp in the wilderness, and thou mayest be to us instead of eyes. And it shall be, if thou go with us, yea, it shall be that what goodness the Lord shall do unto us, the same will we do unto thee. And they departed from the mount of the Lord 3 days' journey. And the ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them in the 3 days' journey, to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of the Lord was upon them by day, when they went out of the camp. And it came to pass, when the ark set forward, that Moses said, Rise up, Lord, and let thine enemies be scattered, and let them that hate thee flee before thee. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Lord, unto the many thousands of Israel.
All right. Let me fix this so I don't echo everybody away. All right. What do you got, Landon? Go back to 9.
Said there were no names.
Hey, well, wasn't 12 names per every verse, man.
Right.
That's the way it is. And that, look at that. GR and Bob made it. Awesome. Okay. So starts off right off talking about the Passover. That if you're, especially it goes back to that if you are contaminated by having to touch a dead person, you can't partake in the Passover. So these dudes are like, hey, wait a minute. We're defiled by a dead body, man. And we want to take part of the Passover, but we're unclean. We're defiled. What do we do? So that's when they came up, when our merciful Heavenly Father came up with the second Passover.
For the second Passover.
The what?
I said for the second Passover.
Yep. I mean, what happens if, of course, there's always that what if, you know?
Mm.
What if someone dies right before the the second Passover?
Hmm.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I guess. Well, I guess you would swap them out, not the body. I mean, the people handling. You know.
Passover at Bernie's. That
I mean, at that point, you have people that have already celebrated it, so they could take on the duties of a coroner.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So call your neighbor or someone. Yeah, technically, I would think so. From what it says, if you are not in the land, or you, I don't know. I know people that have been gardening a lot. They might have something to do with dead bodies. That can't be unclean all year though. But that's past now. So I'm not saying Passover is past. I'm saying for this year, it's past, right? I don't know. Some of you late calendar people, have you gotten a second Passover yet? Which one of you guys are on the super late calendar? Super late. Superlative. Okay. Something else that's interesting here, right? Talking about unleavened bread and bitter herbs. That we did this study, myself and another person, a while back. Remember, in the King James Bible, everything that's in italics is added to the text, right? So if it's added to the text, that means it's not in the original text. So the 14th day of the second month at even, they shall keep it. Eat it with unleavened bread and bitter. The word herbs, everywhere that it has Passover and bitter herbs, the word herbs is added.
Hmm.
So that kind of, look it out for yourselves. Look it up, check it out, and pray on it. What does that mean? Right? That not. Okay. May plants are producing, so I may not have anything. Well, first fruits, there's multiple first fruits throughout the year, right? And that's the way it is farming. Got different stuff gets ripe at the different time.
But today is the perfect day if you're living in the South to start celery.
Start sowing
Celery?
celery.
Celery, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks to actually like germinate or grow.
Really?
So you put them on top of, supposed to put them on top of the dirt because the seeds are one of the few seeds that actually need sunlight to so like surface level. But yeah, they take a while to grow. I was watching some stuff on them.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. Now what do you think about the cloud covering the tabernacle?
I've always had a hard time imagining that one. Where do people get that he was a storm god? Do you know? Have you heard that?
Yeah, it's people mixing up different belief systems, mixing in different belief systems.
Okay.
That I want to say I just saw it recently because they're merging. They're saying that the Canaanite god Baal is the same thing as Yahweh.
Right. Yeah.
And that I disagree.
Yeah.
It's like we see in the first book in Genesis, how you have people that are descended from Adam that have the same name as the people descended from Cain.
Right. Yeah.
And it's the same sort of thing. Of course, back then they all had one language, but it's like how people say, "Oh, see, when they're talking about the Son of God, it's really sun worship, SONSUN." Okay, well, what about Spanish, where sun is SOL, soul? Oh, well, see, because the soul is the sun. Now, shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here with your fourth grade linguistics professorship. They want to merge. They want to, when it's convenient for them, all the languages are different, and then when it's convenient for them, all the languages come from the exact same thing and mean the same thing.
Don't get my pronouns wrong.
Yeah, that's right, GR. We got families that, we have families from a certain seed line that always change their name to fit in with the nations where they're residing. Okay. And that's how this video got banned. Anyways, yeah, I had a dream about, we're surrounded by mountains here in Arizona. Everybody thinks desert and cacti, but no. Anyways, I had a dream that the mountains were on fire, and when the wind is high and there's fire in the mountains, the smoke kind of like hugs the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But then at a certain point in this dream, the smoke lifted up and it actually looked like a kind of umbrella up over the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't see fire anymore. And then after I woke up, I was like, I wonder if that's what it looked like with the cloud over the tabernacle, and then it lifted up. Because I mean, come on, man, they got to walk in the shade.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Tell you what, that's pretty nice in the desert. My small water cup is inspired by Gwen's now missing Nephilim mug that she broke. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's kind of strange. So Abba, our Father, goes through this whole thing, explaining to them how you're going to journey if the cloud lifts up off the tabernacle. And notice they always start to the east. The tribes to the east always go first. Anybody have insight on that?
The same way you'd pull out in a, well, no. I'm just thinking like a convoy, like when you're all lined up at first.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why the east though, but
yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let's go to chapter 10. Now, let me just ask you this. Everybody that you've ever met that is in the Torah or Hebrew roots stuff, how many of them, what are the trumpets or shofars that they have? What are those made from?
some sort of moose. I'm not really sure.
Some type of horn, right? Some type of antler. What? It's made from a moose limb? Yeah. But here in verse 2, we have make thee 2 trumpets of silver. How come everybody wants to get the ram's horn? Yes, that's right. Rams or kudu horns. So everyone's like, I'm getting the priestly horn like they used at the Battle of Jericho, but everyone's leaving the congregation behind because they don't have the silver trumpets. Right? For the calling, you may use them for the calling of the assembly and for the journeying travels of the camps, right? And when they shall blow them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow with one, then the princes, our heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto you. So if it's just one trumpet, only the leaders. But if it's in stereo, if you got both of them going, do you have the citation for that, GR? Because here, it doesn't say the priests. It says for the congregation. You mean coated with silver? Or are you talking about horns covered with silver? Because this passage got me to research trumpets quite a bit. And they're much older than, yes. That they have different frequencies, right? The horn compared to metal. And that now I've looked for made of solid silver and I can't find them. I can find horn, shofar, covered in silver, but I have not found any trumpets made entirely of silver. I can find silver plated.
Got to wait for them to cast their silver and gold into the street.
Got to wait for the price of silver to come down. Figure that's got to be pretty expensive by today's standard, though, because if you look at the videos where they make a trumpet, just a heraldry trumpet, which is the real long ones with like a curve and that one loop on them, like you see in the old movies, right? What is that? The Kentucky Derby horns? That Kentucky Derby trumpets, sorry. Piccolo. Okay, anyways. And then when you blow an alarm, if you guys feel up to it, look up all the different bugle calls, because a bugle is a type of trumpet that they have. And those have, at least for a couple or 300 years, have been basically the same sorts of calls for assembly, for warning, alarm, for charging, attack, assembly, but dawn, what we would call in the U.S. military, they call it colors, right? Raising of the flag at dawn and lowering of the flag at dusk, sunset. Okay. So this, now that I'm done with my trumpet ramp, now that I'm done tooting my horn, Okay, so then we go to, starting in verse 11 of chapter 10, Israel leaves Sinai. 20th day, the 20th of the second month in the second year. It's a lot of twos. 2 twice, 2 twice, so it's 2 twain. Okay, they start off on their journey, their travels. Okay, so in first place, standard of the camp of children of Judah according to their armies over his host. So they all move out. Most interesting. And then, I don't know, what do you think? How did they move into position when they stopped moving? I mean, when they left, is it like a slinky?
Well, I would think. So it goes east. They just move forward, and everybody else falls in line. So I would guess when they stop, they kind of set up right here, and then
Okay, later, Tony. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be something to see, though. Millions of people moving like that.
and all the animals.
And yeah, all the animals too. Well, just thinking about that. Go ahead.
That's not a cloud. They're just kicking up dust. There's a lot of people.
I'm sure people have made that argument. All right, bye, GR. Convoy. Yep. What is this with you and Lynn? Convoys today. Okay. So 3 days journey they move. How far? I mean, come on. 3 days, maybe what? 60 miles? For millions of people and animals?
I wouldn't think that. That's 30 miles a day. Oh, no, that's for two. Sorry, I can't math.
Well, even then, 20 miles a day.
Because you're going to move at the pace of the slowest, the weakest.
The slowest.
Yeah. So you got people giving birth, and you know what I mean? Like on the journey. And
Yeah. You would think. They must have, because only people 40 years and below made it into the promised land. Because of all their murmuring and disbelief. So, got anything else for 10?
No, sir.
Anybody got anything for 9 or 10? 9 or 10? Ding. The message has been unpinned. Open it up. Huh, interesting. Got that loaner router, and it's got no problem keeping the video on YouTube and StreamYard at the same speed. I know. It's like amazing.
I've got
all right.
10
What?
seconds. So I've got maybe like a 10-second delay, but
Yeah, previously it had been minutes here.
Right.
Quite interesting. Okay, that everybody, if this has helped you out, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell thingy for notifications. That is also very awesome. And if you really want to get out of Babylon, if you really want to do it, take the free classes offered by c2kreport.com. They're free. You know, there's a little output for being able to use their private server, but it's really pales in comparison to all the stuff you put up with, all the fees and everything for Babylon. Yes, thank you, Lynn. That's the link right there.
It's $1 a month.
It's $1 a month. For the price of a cup and a half of Starbucks coffee, you can have an entire year access to this private server. I don't know. Is that even a cup and a half at Starbucks anymore?
I don't know. I never really liked them. I don't, I mean, we have PJs here too, and they're local to New Orleans. Yeah.
Do they serve burnt coffee also?
Yes. But it's like a New Orleans roastery.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't put my finger on it until somebody several years ago said, I never drink Starbucks coffee. Burnt coffee sucks. It's like, that's what it is, burnt coffee. And then I found out later on that that's their whole key to keeping it consistent at every Starbucks. If you burn the coffee beans, it'll be the same at every location. So, what is this about Dollar Tree? The coffee? Dollar Tree serves coffee? Yeah, French roast is usually pretty dark. Which is really kind of strange because now they're selling all the shade-grown coffees from tropical areas. And you'd think with all the colonies the French had that their coffee wouldn't be bitter. Espresso. Hey, she spelled it right too. Espresso. It's not espresso unless you have more than 2 or 3. Then you're going to espresso all right. Weaving in and out of traffic. Learning a new vocabulary. All right. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Landon, thanks for coming.
Yes.
And listening to the robot read. And yes, we do have dollar stores in Arizona, but they closed the 99-cent only store because they all went out of business. Because inflation is really apparent when something goes up 500% at the 99-cent store. What do you mean? $5 for this fly swatter?
Do you have 5 and below?
Yeah. Nope. They got Dollar Tree and Dollar General now.
It's like knick-knack stuff, right? I've been in there, but it's like toys, or you can get like a cell phone charger.
Yep. Well, that's where I remember when I was a little kid, they had stores similar to that. That's where I got my first set of golf clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye.